And welcome to the Writer's Life, place where you get the sights, sounds, smells, taste of my particular writer's life, where you get the truth about the writer's life. Smack the like button, tap the bell for notifications, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. Did all that kind of backwards, didn't I? Go to vinsandrew.com, for all the latest and greatest thrillers. Here's the paperback edition of The Squatters. I have like maybe 20 books that came out this year alone that I still don't have my author copies yet, because I just have, once I publish a book, I kind of forget about it. You know, I shill it a little bit and then put it in a promo maybe. And then I forget about it. You know, like I'm so on to the next thing. I'm like 3 books on or whatever. But one of my friends, readers, fellow author, said it was a sharp little edition, so I wanted to check it out. And he also said there might have been a problem with one of the chapters, but there's not. I checked it out. That's just the way it was written. But it's cool. You got these. I'm branding more these days with my Bear Media logo. Thank you, Elise. Press major for that. See what it says. It says it's Bear Media, but it says armed. I know that's backwards, but watch this in the mirror. Armed. That's clever. I wouldn't have picked that up. She's clever. She's a big-time editor in Rhode Island. Remember I had her on the show like a couple year ago. But anyway, you can get this cool, neat, nifty paperback for not much dough. Blow through it in a night, probably. Alright. So, okay, again, I touch upon this subject all the time, but it's important because people get, especially newbies, get confused about how they should be publishing in 2024. And I met up with this, or I happened to meet this fellow local author and full-time professional writer. Her name is Jenna, and she and her husband are really nice people, younger than me, but she is determined to be a best-selling author, and she kind of reminds me of the way I was back when I was her age. And she already does have like 2 or 3 independently published books. I think a book of poetry even. And I know a couple people have read them and they like them a lot. So, and she's, like I said, a professional, so she's got talent. But she said to me again, she said to me last night, you know, I'm thinking about doing what you're doing and starting my own press, my own publishing company, to publish her own stuff, and independently, of course, of the trades. And I said, it's a good idea. I said, but I still, you know, I still say, you know, maybe you should earn some street cred first, you know, get a major deal, or at least a really good deal with a medium size, or even a small press, you know, like a university press or something like that, or one of these really maverick, well-respected maverick, upstart, small presses. And I've worked with them all. Small, medium, large. I've never worked with a university press, however. So what? And I have my own publishing company, and I said to her, you know, maybe it'd be good to get a couple bestsellers under your belt, and maybe win a couple awards. And she said, well, I've won some awards, but I was like, you know, a major award like the Edgar, or you know, or the Thriller Award, or the PWA Seamus, or any number of those major awards, you know, and then you know, maybe sell 300,000 or 400,000 copies of your existing books first, and then just make the shift to an indie company, you know, while joining something like BookFunnel and collecting subscribers. Like I'm up to 8,500. No, I'm up to 8,000 subscribers about. It's tough getting up to that 10,000 range. Probably because I send out so many newsletters. I get a lot of, they throw me into spam or something like that. But that's still a good chunk, considering you only need about 1,000 serial readers per product to really make a really good living. But as I was telling her all this again, I'm like, well, I think I'm giving her the wrong advice. Maybe I'm giving you guys some of you guys, especially you younger people and newbies. When I say newbie, I mean you could be like, okay, I'm 62, I just retired, took early retirement. Now I'm a newbie. Now I'm going to switch to writing full time. That's legit. It doesn't mean, when I say a young writer, I mean, a writer who's just starting out. You can be 80, right? Or you could be 13. But I'm thinking like, all right, this woman, Jenna, she's about 35, I'd say. So still very young. Got a long future ahead of her. And I'm like, maybe with everyone making the shift, in journalism especially, to the Substacks and the direct to buyer, forget the middleman, with so many authors doing it now. I'm thinking, maybe you don't need all that street cred, to become popular. Part of me, I have to say, a part of me still does, just because I'm still so, a part of me, I don't want to see, being both traditionally published and independently published, but a large part of me still does reside in the 20th century, I have to admit. Where you want to have that, the cred, not only the cred, but like the peer validation that comes with publishing with a legitimate press and all that sort of stuff. Even if it means you're going to lose money on the book and lose your IP. Because remember, in the end, I think it's so important for you to keep your intellectual property. All your intellectual property it's like, you wouldn't sell property in New York City, would you? No, you keep renting it out. And it's the same with these books. You keep licensing them out, but you retain the IP. It's how McCartney does it with his music. It's how Prince used to do it with his music, and quite a few others. Until they get to be like 80, and then they just sell the whole package and they retire. Which is actually an option for all writers at some point. I'm never going to do it because I have a guy already who has agreed to take everything, the business over, for when that time comes, if he's still around too, and my children will benefit from all the royalties that continue to come in, and their children. So I will not be selling this business. But maybe she should just make the leap now. And if something happens to go ballistically, sell ballistically, all the better. And she's kept her IP and she's making bank. So I don't know. You tell me. I mean, what's the right way? What's the wrong way? I think that's the way I finished it up. I'm like, Jenna, there's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. It's really what you want, what you need, what you think you can be successful at. Only then will you be passionate about it. And that's what you need, passion. You need passion for the creative end of this, and you need passion for the business end. You just have to have it. Even if you're traditionally published only, you still have to have that business savvy and that business passion. Get it? All right. You guys tell me where I'm going wrong with this, or going right. All right, that's all I got for today. I've been like 1 a week videos. I haven't had any guests. I'm still going through this period where I have a lot of appointments I have to make, and it just fucks up my day. But that's going to come to an end really quickly, and I'll be on a much better schedule, and I can get back to having guests and videos more often. I'm not going to do that like I said at the beginning of the summer, or earlier than that. I'm going to not do an everyday thing anymore, but like 3 times a week, something like that. Or if I need to come on, if there's a Black Swan event or something like that, and I need to come on and talk about it. All right, I hope everybody's having a good day on this Monday, Moon Day, and I will catch you guys very soon. Ciao, ciao.